Hello, everyone. Welcome to the podcast of Garbage Takes. I am your co-host, Markeith Black. Here's my other co-host, Jack Sinister Sheep,
That's
and
fine.
and and
so I
also in the table, Peter. Oh, wait a minute,
oh no, there's no Peter.
Peter's
We
not
wouldn't
here.
actually have this video problem if it weren't for fucking him not being here, that piece of shit. He could have just recorded the fucking video, but nah, instead he had to be a stupid bitch. Uh
In other news, we have a video problem, so unfortunately, you will only be able to hear my nice, silky smooth voice.
and my nasally annoying voice.
Oh, come
Uh
on, man. Hype yourself up, man. I don't want to hear no depression.
Yeah, for some reason OBS all of a sudden doesn't work. Maybe if I could get because I recently updated it, so maybe I could go back to a previous version or something like that. Like I have no idea what the fuck.
That's crazy, man, because no one here really knows anything about tech other than us. So like
I know.
you're just speaking another
Yeah,
language
to
to
like
people.
maybe the couple people, maybe the one person that understands what we're talking about. But
Exactly.
anyways, so what
And
are
you
we here to
matter.
talk about, Markeith?
Magic,
That's true.
sorcery,
That's also true.
crazy ass witches who
That
do
yeah,
anything for their kids.
yep. So yeah, we were talking about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. The latest Marvel film, the 28th Marvel film, which now it has officially beat James Bond with the most movies.
Oh shit, really?
hmm James Bond
Uh,
is 27, and has taken over like 50 to 60 years to come out with films.
tw-
Meanwhile, the Marvel Universe did that shit like
10
14
years
years, like
or
barely
yeah,
10.
just fucking just pumping out content after content after content. Thank you,
Yeah,
Kevin.
like the gutter whore that it is. Um, but yeah, so we saw it separately. I saw it with my girlfriend Saturday, and then you saw it
With a group of
Sunday.
niggas
Yeah.
on Saturday. Well, not no, let me rephrase that. With a group of people, and yeah, nah, we saw it at the Portchester Theater
hmm
in AMC.
hmm
Or AMC Theater in Portchester to make more concisely. But so let's just get down to it. Just surface level thoughts. What did you think about it?
I thought it was good. I thought it was entertaining. I wouldn't necessarily call this breaking or whatever. I feel like people had a different interpretation if they wanted what they wanted to see. Like people wanted to see like different like other characters from the multiverse kind of come into this, like maybe like a different version of Iron Man or a different version of this and that, and that's what they didn't get. So now they're bitching
Mhm.
online about it, which is like I really don't like. I kind of like it that it's like a self-contained like kind of Doctor Strange movie, and like not every movie needs to like completely change the fabric of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like
Right.
it's just simple Doctor Strange has an adventure kind of thing. By the way, spoilers for this whole thing. Like we're not even gonna sugarcoat nothing. The
Oh yeah,
movie's
yeah.
been out for
Spoiler
like
alerts.
probably 2 weeks now since this has been
Uh,
uploaded. So
Yeah, nah. Honest, yeah. For me, like I was surprised.
I was surprised how
Um,
much I liked it.
Exactly. Yeah, I was surprised how much I liked it. And yeah, I'm on the same boat as you. Nothing groundbreaking. I would say I would give it like a high mid score. I'll give you like my overall score later. But if there was one thing in this movie that I at least really wanted to see, that like I want to see and like they didn't want like fuck me over with or fuck us over with, is that Wanda had to be the villain. Like in my eyes, like that I felt that had to be necessary, or like that had to be done, because after everything that's happened throughout the story, like in her character arc with like WandaVision, her relationship with Vision, and even like even events that happened in Civil War, I'm just like, nah, she has to like go to the dark side, go to the dark side, baby girl. Like it's okay, it's
hmm
okay.
Yeah, no. I because with the trailers, I thought it was going to be the evil Doctor Strange from the What If animated shows, but
Uh-huh.
they actually Marvel actually managed to keep a major plot point pretty hidden. I was like, oh
Mhm.
wow, like I didn't like because I'd always said like because in the comics Scarlet Witch is kind of on and off, but like when she goes crazy, she's usually evil and stuff like that. So I was like, that'd be
Mhm.
interesting if the MCU did that, and they did.
Right.
I just feel like I don't know, like obviously at the end of WandaVision, you see she's kind of gone a little kooky, but it didn't bother me that much. I just wish there was something a little bit in between because it feels like she just kind of snaps. Like at the beginning of the movie, she's just straight up evil or whatever. And in WandaVision, we saw her and it's like the town and stuff like that. I don't know. I just wanted like a little bit of something before this movie to kind of like lead into that. Because like if you didn't watch WandaVision, this is like really abrupt. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I agree with you on that sense that like if you haven't seen WandaVision, it is abrupt. However, I like we've seen WandaVision, and like in the ending of like in the end of WandaVision, we see her reading the Dark Code,
Hmm.
and I don't know, I don't remember if they explained it in the move or like in WandaVision. Like I already knew about the Dark Code before WandaVision,
Hmm.
basically from what show was it, Agents of Shield,
Hmm.
where like and so like I kind of already knew that whoever reads the dark code is basically kind of goes fucking crazy or like they go fucking evil.
Right. Yeah.
So when
And they
so when I
explained
saw
that in the
her,
film. They explained that.
well, they explained it in the film,
Mhm.
yeah, but like in terms of like WandaVision, when I saw her reading it, so I kind of knew that's why I said like nah, she has to be evil. She's reading the fucking dark code, like she's fucking reading it like pay like book to side to back, front to back, front to back all the damn time.
Mhm.
So I'm just like, nah, bro, she's fucking evil at this point, man. Make her fucking evil.
Right.
Like, and then they fucking did. I was so surprised when they did it because Marvel is always like, oh, like we everyone's a hero. We don't need like people becoming villains type shit, or like we're all peace and love in here, baby. Like no blood, gore, no
Yeah,
actions like that.
this honestly now the action and stuff and the horror elements, yes, this has horror elements and it was actually pretty intense for a PG-13 film. But now you have fucking people on Twitter being like, "Oh, they should bump this to a rated R." I'm like, "No, it's fine.
Nah.
It's just a little bit more like the jump scares in it are like 12-year-old jump scares, you know? Like it's like it'll scare a kid maybe, but like as a grown ass adult, like, oh wow, WandaVision really startled me, or Wanda really startled me. It's like, all right. Um, but the director of this is Sam Raimi, which he has directed The Evil Dead, which is like one of my favorite horror movies of all time.
And Spider-Man.
And Spider-Man and the original Spider-Man. This actually has like a pretty like I feel like this New York is like Spider-Man's New York from the movies. Like it kind of looked like that a little bit. It didn't look like the typical MCU backdrop. It kind of looked like straight out Sam Raimi Spider-Man. Um, but yeah, so he incorporates horror into this, and there's tons of little Evil Dead Easter eggs, which I just like was a huge fan of, like cinematography wise, and Bruce Campbell being in this. As the hot dog vendor or whatever, which was great. Um,
Mhm.
for those who don't know, in the movie Doctor Strange like makes his hand like beat him up, and in Evil Dead 2, like a demon possesses Ash's hand and like makes him beat the shit out of himself. So he literally did like the exact same thing as in the Evil Dead. So I was like, ah, that's fucking great.
I
But
didn't know that.
yeah, and, like I like the little like when the doors were closing, like the camera would like zoom out like that, and I loved the shot where it's I think it's when the other universe Wanda is like hanging out with her kids, and then uh our Wanda is like it's it from her POV from like the other side of the stairs, just like
Oh
looking at
yeah.
her, and I go like that's a direct Evil Dead reference. Like it's just like stuff like that is so awesome to see in a fucking Marvel movie. But yeah, what did you think of like kind of the darker tone
So
or
I
or the direction rather, since we're talking
yeah,
about Sam Raimi?
I so unfortunately with the direction, you could kind of tell that it kind of went through like either multiple directors or that at least Marvel did like also put its hand on it too a lot.
Oh yeah.
Like I like there were times where where you felt well at least I felt like okay this is what Sam Raimi wanted, and there were other times where I felt like nah this is what Marvel wanted, and those two just did not align
It
as
definitely felt
well.
like a tug of war type of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, because you know, straight from like the usual Marvel quip jokes and like you know Sam Raimi's horror aspects of the film.
Mhm.
Like for example, like you know when the Illuminati was like you know getting fucking obliterated, and then I think I for they suddenly like started like doing quips. I think like after the scene, I'm just like I just hope Black Bolt's face or heads get fucking blown out. I don't
Dude,
really
that
want to
was
hear a joke right now.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't want to hear no fucking jokes right now, bro. Like just keep like I I know we discussed this before. Like this, not every Marvel movie has to be like you know jokey or like
Mhm.
needs to have like jokes to kind of like that comic relief
Mhm.
in it, like be like the clutch of it. Like you know, I really wish that this film was like just you know straight up horror from front to back. Really, like I and when it was horror,
Mhm.
those were like my favorite moments.
Those were the best
Like,
moments. Yeah.
mhm.
I I actually I was joking around because I saw it with my girlfriend Stephanie, and like anytime Doctor Strange was on screen, I'm like, I want to go back to Wanda, like she's doing all the cool horror shit, like um when she was in Professor X's mind or whatever, and like she just
Yo.
fucking comes out and just like fucking hurt the
Right.
his neck. I was like, yo.
Yo, exactly. Like you fuck it. Let's discuss like the most horrific. I think in my mind the most horrific part of the movie was like when she does like kind of fuck over the Illuminati and she's chasing
Hmm.
America and all of them over because I don't know what the fuck she was sniffing on, but like she kind of showed like she was basically like one of like the most powerful Avengers out there right now. Like,
Yeah,
you
I mean,
know,
it's such a interesting concept to make a MCU character essentially like a slasher. Like, you know what I
right.
mean? And it's really like fun to see her just like covered in, or I guess it was technically like some of it was blood, but like oil too, because she was killing the little Ultrons. That's where she got all
Right.
bloody and stuff like that. Or oily, whatever you want to say it. But like that she's limping, she's basically like a zombie, and it's like, oh, that's like there's a lot of like visual stuff that I really like in this movie. Like just Scarlet Witch's demeanor, just in all is just really fucking awesome. And yet like what you mentioned, the Black Bolt scene, holy, like I was surprised. I was like, wow,
Mhm.
Marvel really went there. Like you could like the visual was just so visceral. I was like, holy shit! Like this is the most violent MCU movie I think I've ever seen. Which Moon Knight should have been, but whatever. We're not even gonna get into that. Um,
I
but
think before, like, I
mhm.
think the second most brutal thing. I mean, the most brutal thing before this movie was probably in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier when what's it called
Oh, agent U.S. agent.
yeah like U.S. agent was like caving into dude's chest with the shield, but we don't even see that.
Yeah.
We only see like the blood of the shield really,
Or
and
the evil Captain America, in case people don't, uh,
right.
know the comic term.
Or, you know, spoiler, I guess, for Winter
That show's
Soldier.
so boring.
Do I really
Just
care?
read
Do I
the
really care?
Wikipedia or
Yeah,
something.
do I really care?
Oh,
I mean, if you
god.
do, you know, stay away from us.
Yeah.
But
You're
but
gross.
but yeah, you know, besides that, that was kind of like the most brutal thing. So now we just get like this back to back kills of Black Bolt getting his head blown off,
Mhm.
Reed Richards like being turned to spaghetti,
Mhm.
Captain Carter getting chopped in half, and Captain Marvel just getting her fucking crush on the statue. Which, by the way, I don't know how the fuck that killed her.
Yeah.
Like, like I thought Captain Marvel would, and whatever. It's Captain Marvel anyway. Fucking useless.
It's
And even
probably,
in a multiverse.
but my always thing is if you don't see a body, then it's not really dead kind of thing. And sure, we see a hand, but like I feel like maybe they'll use her or something. I don't know. Especially with Scarlet Witch at the end of this, I don't believe she's dead at all. I think they're leaving
Oh
it
yeah. Oh
ambiguous where
yeah.
like, okay, if we want to bring her back, we can bring her back. If not, then maybe not.
Oh, I can't. I just thought about this. They're just gonna do a Daredevil. Like because
In a good
she.
way or a bad way.
I don't know. We're about to find out because in Defenders, like he has a whole rubble like crushed over him, and he somehow survived
Okay.
that.
Yeah, I got you.
She gets crushed down to all those rebels, so she might. I don't know. She might have memory loss or something. She'd be like, "Oh, who am
Oh
I? Why
god,
did
if
I
they
cut
do amnesia and then Vision comes, and that's how they reintroduce Vision. Oh god.
the vision?"
I'll fucking. I hate amnesia stories. They're like the worst things.
I mean,
But going
I-
into the horror again, like I really liked that scene where they're in the Doctor Strange's like training place. I think it's called the no, that's just his office. It's Sacrum Sanctorum. I forget what the training
uh,
grounds. I'll just call them the training grounds. Um,
Kumatosh or something like that.
yeah, something like that. And like they're like, "Oh fuck!" Like cover the reflections because that's the way she could get there. Like I thought that was really cool. And then she came out of that mirror and she's all
And
like,
breaking her
I
bones.
was like, "This is really great." I love, like honestly, Doctor Strange was the weakest thing for me in this whole movie. I was like, I want to see Wanda. Wanda's cool.
Yo, and like
I
that just.
Can we talk about Doctor Strange, or do you still want to get the horror out of the way?
I mean, yeah, I just again like I just really like how just fucking again like she was the villain. She was like she kind of yeah she was the star of this like
Hmm.
really like she took the show she took over the show.
Hmm.
And I just want to just suck it to all the motherfuckers that were just like, oh, Wanda's a good girl, she didn't do nothing wrong, like, oh, yeah, look what now, look at yourself,
Hmm.
fucking
It's like
stupid.
the Jaegerist.
Yeah.
Aaron's doing nothing wrong. Rumbling.
Aaron committed genocide.
It's about to. Um, but yeah, so Wanda was awesome in this. I really liked her. I felt like again like I just wish there was a little something in between, but we did get WandaVision. We did get that ending, so I can't complain too much. Uh, but yeah, I just love seeing her as the villain. I always thought that like she would make a great like overall like she's the next Thanos kind of thing. Like I thought that would be cool, and then that's how you reintroduce mutants. Because in the comic books, um, the MCU would do a reversal of this, but in the comic books in House of M, she says there's this like big fight between the Brotherhood, which is like Magneto's group, and the X-Men, and then she's going crazy, and then she just says no more mutants, and then there's this whole
Right.
storyline where all the mutants just lose their powers and they become normal people. So like the MCU can do the opposite of that with her and just
Yeah.
mutants, and then that's how they introduce mutants into this. Which I I think it's funny, but I'm also mad that like the MCU is constantly like X Men. We got the old actors X Men. Nah, you don't want X Men. It's like, bitch, just give us fucking like they got
Oh,
Charles Ass Xavier in this movie, and it's like he's right there.
it's like, oh look at that, Charles, you like him, right? You like him, now you see him. Now you don't.
Yeah, exactly. Oh
Oh
my
wait,
god.
it's an
The
audio
worst is
only.
the Quicksilver one where it's just like his name's
Ralph
Dick.
Boner.
Or oh yeah, Boner. His name's Boner. Isn't that funny? It's like, no, I want to fucking shoot myself.
Yo, like just like god damn, man, like that was just disappointing.
It was disappointing how the trailers basically ruined the Professor X thing. Like if I had gone in there
Right?
without
Right?
anyone, no one knew, and he just showed up. I would have gone like people in the theater are like, "Oh," I'm like, "Shut the fuck up! You all saw the trailer. I know you
Right,
saw the trailer because
exactly.
that's all they fucking play in AMC is that same fucking trailer over and over. Like, I think we
I
should let him know. It's like you know.
I will say though, the Reed Richards one, that caught me off
That was
guard.
great. I was like, "Oh
The
shit."
like what's it called? Like the Reed and the Black Bolt one. Those two caught me off guard. I saw one about Captain Carter,
Mhm.
but like I was like, okay, fine, whatever. It is what it is.
See,
Um,
the lineup was really cool because it was like Professor X, obviously that's cool. The Black Bolt, which he that's the same
the
actor from the failed TV show, um, who played Black Bolt in that. Um, I it's probably still not canon, but whatever. We're probably never gonna see Inhumans again.
yeah,
Um, and then Captain Carter is from the What If show,
right.
so that's cool. And then Reed fucking Richards, you're like, oh shit, and then just Captain Marvel. And it's like no
Well,
one was
uh,
excited for that reveal. Like we were just
well,
like,
if I'm not mistaken,
cool.
that's more comic book accurate comic Captain Marvel, right? Like, cause was Captain Marvel usually black?
No,
Like,
no, 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 no.
no.
So there's Miss Marvel, which is like um what Carol De- Carol Danvers. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Carol
Useless.
from
Just stop. Let me stop.
Carol from the comic books. So originally Captain Marvel was a guy, and then Carol was Miss Marvel, and then Captain Marvel died. It was this whole big thing, and then she took up the mantle of that, and then now you have a Miss Marvel, which is the show coming up with the well in the comic book she has big hands, but now I guess in the MCU she just has Captain Marvel's powers, which is like why change that aspect. Like it's so anyway, we're tangent. But but yeah, like the Reed Richards, and I hope they get his wife Emma, what's her name? The
Uh,
Quiet Place mom. Um Emily
I know
Blunt.
you're talking
Is
about.
that it? Emily Blunt?
Yeah, I think Emily Blunt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as Sue Richards, that would be really good. Um
Hmm.
but I think he did great as like a somber, like um more like he's definitely portraying Reed Richards in the comic books. Like Reed Richards
Hmm.
like can be fun sometimes, but most of the time he's just a huge fucking dickhead. And like the I'm
Yeah.
the smartest man in the room type of vibes. And he actually portrayed that really well. I would have to rewatch the movie again because like honestly, I really wasn't paying attention to what he was saying. I was just in awe, like, oh shit, Fantastic
Yeah,
Four, here they are.
right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, at least I guess for that universe, R.I.P.
Right, exactly. Now people are like, "Oh, does that mean he's not gonna be Mr. Fantastic and the other?" I'm like, "No, he's come on, he's definitely there. There's no way they would just throw him out just like that. Like, shut up."
I mean, at the same time, though, they also did Ralph Boner, so like, who knows? Like, they might. What if they just
Honestly,
like
this
put?
current slate of MCU movies, like not talking about the show, the movies have been kind of lackluster.
Hmm.
Besides Shang-Chi. That's the only one that I actually really like.
Right.
Um
So yeah, nah. Obviously, hopefully, like, yeah. What if they just fucked us over? So like, it's like, oh yeah, John Krasinski, he was just there for a cameo. He's done now. Hey, let's get Miles Teller, Reed Richards. You like him, right?
it's what's his face from Breaking Bad, the cop.
Oh, fuck! I know what you're talking about.
I'm Reed
Fuck, what's his name?
Richards. It's like, what? You know who would make it you know who would make a great Dr. Doom is Bryan Cranston. They missed the ball on him being Lex Luthor, but if they could get him as Dr. Doom, that would be like the best casting of all time.
Is what isn't he? Well, isn't like Doctor Doom like I don't know younger or it's supposed to be
Yeah,
or
he's on the younger side, but MCU, I mean, they're already like switching up Miss Marvel's powers, so what the fuck, you know?
oh they're not gonna change. I mean, yeah, they might change the white. They literally did with Captain Marvel. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say they're not gonna change the white man. No, they are.
I mean, they did it with Moon Knight, but that one's more acceptable because Egyptian or whatever, Oscar Isaac looks more of the part,
Hmm.
than just a white man. But anyways, so Doctor Strange, the least interesting part about this whole movie. Uh,
Yeah.
I
Uh,
just feel like the theme, like it's just such a simplified theme of like, are you happy during the entire thing? And it's like not even really like his happiness is linked to a woman, and their chemistry is not even that immaculate. It's not like a Mary Jade and Peter Parker where you're just like, oh, just be together, you fucking idiots. Like
nah.
it's more
Yeah.
just like a eh, you
Yeah,
know?
nah, I wasn't really feeling like his like I like looking back at it now, like I didn't really have that much like impact, like, oh shit, Doctor Strange did this or that. Like
Mhm,
the only thing I got was like this dumbass reference to Darkhold. Like
mhm,
now it's like this motherfucker and now he got the third eye, and now like he probably gonna be on some evil shit later. Like he's gonna try to withhold like his evil self or some shit, but he's gonna do some fucking main character bullshit where
yeah.
he's gonna be like, ah, nah, I'm not evil. I'm the only one that's not gonna be evil from reading the Darkhold. It's like, no, nigga, you read the Darkhold, bro. Like,
Yeah,
like even reading a sentence from that motherfucker could be like, yo, I
mhm.
want to stab a kid now.
And
Like,
that's probably
no,
why he's got the third eye now
hmm
because of that.
yeah, because of the Darkhold.
Yeah.
Mm.
Um, but like I feel like he didn't like learn anything, you know? Like he's still kind of a like they make him nicer at the end, but that's about it. Like what was the lesson he learned, you know? Like oh, I guess I'll never be with this lady.
I literally once he read a Darkhold, I'm just like, he did not learn shit.
No, he's still the
You
same
literally saw
character.
you saw what you said it yourself. Reading the dark code makes you evil.
Mhm.
And how even his character Christine was like, "Oh, all y'all strangers are the same." Like,
Yeah,
and that's
exactly.
like I just like off topic. Like when she said that, that's just I don't know why that just sounds so funny to me. It sounds like the equivalent, like, yo, all you niggas are the same.
Yeah. She said it with that vendetta.
Like, like, are you strangers to do the same shit, same fuck boy shit? This
Yeah.
is why I can never be with you in other multiverses.
Yeah, again,
Like,
it's like what Peter and a lot of people have said, Peter said it multiple times. Doctor Strange really works well as a supporting character, but once he's on
right,
his own, it kind of struggles. Which I mean, better to Cumberbatch is doing a great job being like portraying Doctor Strange as what he is in the comic books, like kind of a dick, but with a heart of gold kind of thing. Basically,
hmm
Tony Stark, but a magician. Um,
right,
but yeah, I mean, the one thing, a little side tangent. The one thing though, that opening looked really bad with the CGI and stuff. I always say that
yeah.
just in general, but also like I don't know if they showed it at your screening, but the trailer before the movie start was the new Avatar, and like I was like, holy
Mhm.
shit! Like, well, number one, holy shit, it's actually happening.
Right.
And then number two, I was just like, wow, this looks fucking great. And the opening of this happens, and I'm like, oh my god. But I don't want to delve too deep into the CGI looking bad because they're not unionized. Disney refuses to unionize their CGI artists, so they always work overtime, and they're always rushed. And like if they can't film a scene proper, they just say CGI guys do this for us. And like those poor bastards, I hope they get justice one way or another. So I feel bad for criticizing the CGI artists and stuff like that because those poor bastards work hard and don't get enough pay. Like
Right.
they're the real heroes of these movies. Um, but with that out of the way, um, yeah, I like. I feel like I'm just going around in circles with the Doctor Strange thing. Do you? What do you have to add? Because I he was just kind of boring. He was just like, oh yeah, that's Doctor Strange, I guess.
I mean, yeah, I think kind of the same thing what you say. He doesn't really learn anything, and I was kind of like taking note what like what my coworkers were saying
Mhm.
about like he kind of feels a little more stupid in this one,
He
if that makes
does.
sense.
He does. Yeah.
Where it's like, you have this woman, you have America come in here and say, like, I'm a multiverse traveler. I know this about the multiverse.
Mhm.
And then Dr. Strange's kind of like, the multiverse. And I'm just like, nigga, you fucking
Yeah,
did a
you literally opened it up in Spider-Man, you fucking idiot.
which now thinking about it, they don't really mention that
They mentioned it
often.
briefly because they have to have a lame joke because it's a Marvel movie where
Right, but, like,
America Chavez and him are sitting down, and she's
with
just
Wong,
like,
right?
"Who's this Spider-Man? Does he shoot webs out of his butt?" But
Mhm.
he was like, "Oh, yeah, I hate to Spider-Man now," which I guess I mean, we don't have it confirmed, but I guess he just remembers that it's Spider-Man, but not that Spider-Man was Peter Parker or why he did it maybe. Because I think that was the spell, wasn't it? To just have
Oh.
people forget that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, but not necessarily forget Spider-Man.
I mean, but now at the same time, does he forget doing the spell for
No,
Spider-Man or
I think he remembers he was doing a spell for Spider-Man, but maybe doesn't know the reason why. Again, this is unanswered and they don't really delve deep into it. That's just how I took that information. I don't know
yeah,
if
I felt
s-
like they could have like did it. I don't know, been a little more clever with the writing. So it's like we kind of remember, we like in a way where like we kind of remember those things. Like, oh right, he kind of
mm,
forgot the memory, but like he says like I did this for Spider Man, yada yada, or like oh Spider Man is like a guy that does like this and this. I mean, at the same time, I think at the same time he's not just going to like ruin like tell his identity to like some fucking random chick.
right, yeah.
Um, at
Also,
the same time.
can I ask this question? Why is Wong the Sorcerer Supreme?
Oh, because
Because oh, sorry, go ahead.
because Strange was dusted for the
Right.
5 years, and he just never decided to take it back or like
But out of all the magic and stuff we've seen, this like we saw Doctor Strange reanimate a corpse and have him flying around, and all Wong could do was throw a rope and barely climb up a mountain. That's the Sorcerer Supreme. Him.
yeah. Welcome to Earth. Welcome to Earth 616.
Yep.
Where
Yep.
they just do some dumb shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Earth 616 is the America of multiverses. So
hmm Which is weird that they would say 616 because that's the universe in the comics. So like now everyone's
right.
like, "Oh, is it this?" Like, no, it's not. um, but yeah, that was cool too. That effect was cool with the corpse Doctor Strange, and he uses the damn souls as a cape. I mean,
Right.
that's just like I don't care what you say about this movie, say whatever. That's just tight. That's fucking cool. And how he uses them to like torture Wanda. Like that's
Yeah,
great.
after reading the Dark Code, which he said himself is whoever reads is evil, he said, "Oh no, I'm gonna read it because I'm different. Like I'm
Yeah.
built different. Like, like yo, like th- I understand that's like you got no other choice or whatnot, but at the same time, did you have any other choice? I felt like there was some other choices. I don't know. I'll wait for how it should have ended to like make a video. Maybe there will be some other choice that he could see.
Right, yeah.
but like yeah, nah, it's again, you're right. Like what did he learn here? Like also I had to do some research after the after credits, but did you know who that was
I
in
didn't
the beginning?
yeah, I didn't know wait, you mean at the end?
Yeah, and at the post credit scene,
Yeah,
like if you know
I
who that
didn't
chick
know
was,
immediately, but then I, looked it up and it's,
Clea,
Dormammu's,
niece.
niece. Um, which I'm glad they're bringing. Hopefully, they'll bring Dormammu back because they did him dirty in the first one. He's just a giant, stupid CGI floating head. Whereas, like in the comics, he's this dude with this awesome like armor, and he's just a flaming skull. Like he's like the coolest looking thing ever. And like in that first movie, it's just like, he's look, he's a head. And it's like what? um,
Hopefully, yeah, that's just they'll just say like, oh, that's just a projection of him. Here's a real guy, and just this fucking horrific ass like
yeah.
flaming head dude. Like, oh my god, what the fuck?
That's what I would be hoping for, yeah. But anyways, so with Doctor Strange out of the way, I think it's time to address the unfortunateness that is America Chavez. I felt like now she's a relatively new character to Marvel. She starred in her own series in 2015, I believe. Um,
Damn, really?
yeah, and then basically, there was a writer attached to her, created her, and all that. And he wrote her for a while. Then someone else took over, had a terrible run with her, like really bad. I haven't read the comic books. This is just what I'm going off of other comic book YouTubers, and that she hasn't really been touched since like 2018. Like nothing.
Damn,
Like
she
she hasn't
fucking
appeared in anything, just nothing. And I don't know her powers in that. Like I don't know if they're similar to like the multiverse thing or whatever.
ca
So
I'm sorry, I just gotta cut you off, but
mm,
like, I just remember in her memories when she kind of like her parents like are sent to the like she fucking vanishes her parents.
yeah.
That yo, that shit was fucking hilarious to me.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, like that shit was so fucking. She's like, ah, a bee, and then fucking she's like a
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
multiverse.
Right. You mean the easily edited out gay parents? Absolutely.
Yo, that shit was so
I love
fucking
how Marvel's like,
hilarious.
look, representation. And then they're like, okay, we'll just.
Yeah, I didn't really notice the representation. I just noticed the big fucking ears one of them had. And I was just like, oh my god, her ears are fucking
And then
ginormous.
she's wearing a LGBTQ pin the
Yeah.
entire time, which again, easily edited out. And, they don't talk about her sexuality at all because Disney is like passive progressive.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, we'll show like a flag there though, but like what if they're gay? No.
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 Well, so they could
What,
CGI out all the flags and stuff like that, or just not use
but
any of that footage.
but you showed a Paperboy like making out with a guy in the Eternals. No, no, no. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, that's probably a whole missing plot point in the Chinese theatrical version.
You're right.
Like they don't even know. Um,
Oh, like yeah, they just fucking edited out Paperboy or Brian Tyree Henry's
mhm.
part. Like in general, they don't even like do like a clean edit of it. They
Mhm.
just mask out, so it's like you see like the same scene, but it's
It's
like
just a giant black
mirrored.
bar that just says redacted.
That too. But yeah, nah, but yeah, nah, like that scene with her parents. Like, I know it's supposed to be like heartfelt, like, oh nah, she don't know how to control her powers. Like it's her
Now, like you
fault that
said that,
like her
that's
parents are
funny
dead.
that all that shit happened because of a fucking bee.
Yo,
Because
yo,
of
literally though,
because
she
of
saw the
Jerry
bee. It's like,
Seinfeld as a bee. You like jazz?
like,
Ah.
like everyone is like trying to be like sad about, but yo, I'm just trying to hold my laughter
Mhm.
because I'm just like, yo, come on, bro, come on, you can't tell me that shit's
That's
funny.
some lazy
Like,
fucking writing. Oh my god.
it's just like, ah, a bee,
Yeah.
mama, no, mamas, no,
Oh god.
like, but if I could
Her-
steal the floor a bit about America
yeah,
though,
sure.
like it just yeah, she just felt corny in the sense like her character. Like you're telling me you don't know how to control your powers this whole time, but one prep speech from fucking Undead
I
Strange
hate it.
just,
Like
just
my eyes rolled in the back of my fucking skull.
is like
My girlfriend was like, "Stop it," and I'm like, "Oh my, oh, that
yeah, it's like just
sucks."
one prep talk from is like you could do it, America, because you're America.
Yeah.
You're and like and and so like yeah, she finally knows. So now she finally knows how to use it,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And what does she do after? Oh, let me just go practice some sorcery shit and not look for your fucking
Right.
parents
Right.
that you
Well,
like.
can't do that. Otherwise, the Chinese wouldn't accept that. Like
I'm like,
it's.
this is what this is
Uh,
what I mean when I say that you could tell some parts where Marvel had a hand in it, and some parts where Sam Raimi had a hand in it,
mhm.
and that was all Marvel right there because that shit was just so fucking lazy.
Yeah.
And speaking of like just corny ass writing, more not more so on the lazy side, but more
Just
so on the
all her
corny side.
dialogue.
Yeah, her dialogue, but like if we're talking about the battles that him against him and the evil strange one, who in the writer room
Mhm.
thought that musical battle would be lit like
I
that
mean, I thought that
shit?
was kind of cool. It was just
No,
weird because like it took so long for them to like make up the shit where they could have just like shot laser beams at each other
That's what I'm
this
fucking
entire time.
saying.
Yeah.
That's why I'm fucking like, why y'all trying to be fucking like fucking bedazzled ass wizards?
Yeah.
Like no,
It's
like
their
and like
way. Like I saw them try to do it a couple times in this movie where like they're like, all right, we just can't have him shoot laser beams. We need to have him do something else. So like sometimes when he grabs things, he'll take like creatures from another dimension to grab something or like kill a
yeah,
bad
so
guy or something
y'all
like
could
that.
just like fucking do that. And like this is the evil strange we're talking about. If I know it's not the evil strange from What If, but it's like
No,
if
I
it's
think
like
it is,
another,
isn't it?
it's not. It's not. Well, didn't
No,
they
no,
like the What If?
I think it is.
Well, didn't the What If one like didn't he like was trapped with Ultron and
I've no, I
uh
didn't finish it. I just assumed.
oh, okay. Well, I didn't watch that one either, but
Yeah.
like I thought that's what someone told me.
Mm.
But yeah, nah, like even so, like if this Strange read the Darkhold, then like again, shouldn't he know a little more, like a little more dark
Mhm.
magic to
Mhm.
kind of like fuck over that like that's why I'm saying like I don't fucking
Yeah, it
agree with
was
that.
kind of a wasted uh character or whatever. Also, with Doctor Strange, it's like, all right, I'm gonna go into my evil dead body, girlfriend with no powers, protect my body from evil
Yo, right, that
spirits.
shit was
I
so
was like, I'm sorry, is she like a superhero in this other universe? Because what the fuck is she gonna do?
you know, like I was like, did does he really want her? Like I was just so dumbfounded. Like I
Mhm.
wasn't like, what do you mean? Like what? Like, what what is she gonna do?
Yeah,
Like
the writing really suffers in this, especially with America Chavez. Like like she was like, unfortunately, like I like the representation and stuff like that, but unfortunately, the writers just like they just made her like the quirky sidekick kind of thing, and it's just like that gets annoying and
yeah.
stale after a while. So it's just kind of, and again, like what you said, that prep speech, that just sucked. That was awful. Um,
Yeah, I understand that Sam Raimi did come into it late, so there
mhm.
wasn't really that much he could do about it. But like I said, what
Yeah,
like the moments that he kind of like took the wheel on, that's like, yo, that I fucking like,
mhm.
And if there is a Raimi cut, please, please give it to us.
Let's not start this. We already got the Snyder cut. Let's not do this again.
Oh, would you not want a Raimi cut of Doctor Strange?
I feel like this is the cut. Marvel doesn't, because number one, Marvel already has all the action CGI scenes like prepared, so the directors don't even really have a say in any of the action scenes. They just have to direct what's in between, pretty much. So I think what we got is what we got, pretty much.
Mm.
Maybe there's like one Wanda scene where they were like, this is too scary, like don't put this in. But like,
And then Raimi just sitting in his dark chair in the corner, like, nah, nah. And you just got like the fucking guitar playing in the background, just screeching, like, nah, man,
yeah.
just keep it. Just keep it.
Exactly. Again, I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's like this movie. I would put it like in like a tier list, like a C or like low B, maybe. Like it's not awful, but it's like, yeah.
Right.
That's my review. Yeah.
Like honestly, like I'll give it between like a 6 and a 7. Like
Hmm.
that's honestly like my score about it. Like I said, like it surprised me. There were some good moments about it, but at the same time, like just the direction it was kind of going for, it was just like it felt all over the place.
Hmm.
But like, when Rami did have a hold on it, like that's when like it got interesting and like those were like my favorite parts
Yeah.
rather than
Yeah.
like and honestly, I kind of like I'm curious to see like what his ending would have been for it. I know it would have been like a different ending, but uh like I kind of I low key want to see one to win. Like I kind of
Right. That would have been like a Thanos ass ending. It was like, oh shit.
like she kind of won and that kind of like would have jumped the gun for like what you said, like if she would been like the Thanos level like villain, like she finally got her kids and said universe, but like she kind of like fucked up and then now it's like
Yeah.
we're
And
in
then
a
like
House of Men
maybe
situation.
like she's about to get her kids, she kills her other version, and then like somehow Doctor Strange like messes that up for her, and then basically she's like, she can't do anything about it or whatever. So she's like, "You're gonna pay for this with your blood, Strange," or something like that. And then she fucks off, and we don't see her until maybe the next major event where she comes back. She's like, "Now I'm gonna take all
Yeah,
you motherfuckers."
I at least, yeah, again, like something like that where like she kind of like comes back evil. Like I fucking that's another thing. I fucking hated that she's like, "Oh, I see this bad thing now. Now I'm kind of good." And I was like, "Do you know how many fucking people you killed?"
Mhm.
And I was like, "What was that for?
It's like,
What was all that
"Oh,
for?"
poor Wanda." I'm
That's literally
like,
like
"Nah."
you're literally like you're so fucking close, right?
Mhm,
You're about to like hit the game-winning shot wide open, and then you decide like game-winning layup, by the way, and
mhm.
you're just like, nah, I'm gonna miss. It's like,
Yeah, yeah. Because my kids were afraid of me.
oh,
Like,
okay,
if
those
they
kid.
wanted to do, like, pure, like, evil Wanda villain, like, she would just be like, she's reached this point and she finally has the kids, but, like, the kids reject her, and then she just snaps, she's like, "Fine, there's other fucking universes of you. I'll
That's
just
what I'm
take
saying.
them," kinda thing. Just, like, keep that evil villain momentum going, but I feel like if she is gonna come back, she'll probably come back as good, because probably amnesia, um, if they
At
do
the
that,
same, t-
now that you said that, that's definitely what they're gonna do. There's no way out of that. That's just so, like, her magic shielded her because, like, the magic didn't want
well,
her to, like,
actually,
remember yada 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 or something like that.
well, yeah, no, that might like her magic mind shielded her from the collision because we do remember like when the building was collapsing,
There
we
was
kind of
that
saw like
little
the red.
flash. Yeah.
Yeah, so like who knows that might have shielded her, but at the same time though, if she does get amnesia and she does remember, I at least want her to like not remember that last 10 minutes of what happened.
Yeah.
At least remember to the point where it's like, oh, still gotta get my boys back,
Mhm.
and then it's like she just goes batshit crazy. I'm like come on, man, like it felt refreshing to see like this character who we've known since fucking Age of Ultron,
Mhm.
so what, 2015, so like yeah, 7 years now, to like we seen her for a hero this whole time, now be like this fucking crazy villain,
Yeah.
and just have it taken away from us just like in one movie is like,
Mhm.
nah, like I want to see more of this, like let's explore more of this, please.
I Yeah, like, I like that Wanda was villain in this. I just wish they had saved it, or, like, maybe in later movies built on upon it. Like, this is probably a stupid idea, but, like, we still had that Blade movie that, like, has no release date, anything. I don't even know if it's in production or not. What would be cool is that Jon Snow in Eternals, the guy who plays Jon Snow in Game
Right.
of Thrones, like, he's gonna be the immortal Black Knight, I think it's called, or something like that.
Yeah, the Black
It would
Knight.
be cool, like, if, like, Blade's villain is like Scarlet Witch at that point, and like she's still like her horror movie self kind of thing, and like Blade and the Black Knight have to like go up against her essentially. Like that would be sick, because if you're not gonna do Bloody Blade or Rated R Blade, like that's like the coolest thing you could probably do. Um, that's kind of, or you could wait. You can't kill Morbius because Morbius is so cool.
Oh my god, man. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing too. What if they just got fucking, S tier actor level Jared Leto finally crossing into the MCU as the Blade villain, the best villain we would ever have ever since
He
Killmonger. Like I'm
fucking
saying,
he fucking he fucking WandaVision, right? Or Wanda. She's like, "I'm going to kill you, Doctor Strange." And then he just walks in with a cane. It's like, "I'm Venom." And he slaps the bitch out of her, and he goes, "Just
I'm
kidding.
just
Dr.
kidding.
Morbius at your service." And then starts to beat the shit out of her, and Morbius wins.
Yo, like it would be such a fucking blessing
I mean,
to
it
see
made
Morbius.
more $1 billion in the box office, so I don't know why they wouldn't
Right.
add him in.
Morbius, more like more billions. Yes. Yo, like I just want to see
Someone made
like
some
Dr.
Photoshop
Morbius.
of like, "Oh my god, I got this leaked new Marvel title." Everyone's like, "What is it? What is it?" And it's the title's Morbius and Wong.
I just want to see like fucking Dr. Morbius in the Blade movie and just give out like this heartfelt speech
Mhm.
about the racial climate in America and just have it win an Oscar.
He's the first one that dies. Like the opening scene is just him getting decapitated. Then I would be like, I'm all board. Let's go. Um, yeah, I think what some people are saying, Doctor Strange, 6 out of 10. Bleh. Um, what some people are saying, they might create a. I think they're called in Marvel. They're like a supernatural, like a dark supernatural team called the Sons of. I'll look it up, but
I was hearing rumors about it. There might be like a secret war or like a.
yeah, that's probably what they're building up to.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're doing a secret invasion television show. Um,
Right, that too.
which I don't know how well that's gonna go, but like basically this, I'll just call them the Sons or the Sons of the Damned. I think they're called, and basically it consists of Moon Knight, Blade, Ghost Rider, Doctor Strange, and the Black Knight could be a substitute for that. So people are thinking maybe they'll make a TV show or movie just following those guys. Like that would be kind of cool, just seeing like the mystical side, but more of like the assassin kind of thing. Um,
Right.
which I really do want a Ghost Rider in this, only as a supporting character. I would not want him in his own movie. Um, like because Ghost Rider would just like
Yeah.
he's awesome. Like just
Have you
show.
seen the Ghost Rider and Agents of Shield? Like I know you haven't
Yeah,
seen the
he's
show, but
the one with the car.
Rob Robbie Reyes.
Yeah, he's really awesome. That short-lived run, but he
Yeah,
was a
nah, he
sick Ghost Rider. That was an awesome series just cut short
hmm
because even comic book fans really don't give a shit about Ghost Rider.
Yeah, fair enough.
uh,
After Nick Cage, like he did so much for it. We could do after a shitty script,
mhm.
because Nick Cage has just fucking got like second best to Jared Leto.
Exactly. But yeah, so I'm kind of glad we didn't get the fan service movie that everyone thought this was going to be. Like, I would choose this over that. Just like, oh, look, it's like people literally like motherfuckers really wanted to see this in Doctor Strange. And it's like the 2003 Hulk with like, with like the X Men and like with like the Captain America from the 1990s, like those movies and stuff. Like
Yeah,
motherfuckers really wanted to see this, and it's like, no, that's really stupid, and I don't want to see that. Just so I can be like, oh look, I recognize that.
right. Yeah, nah, like we're not getting Tom Cruise Iron Man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the Tom Cruise Iron Man thing, I felt like they maybe thought about that, but then they were like, oh, well, people think we're trying to replace Robert Downey Jr. So I think they like that's why they shied away from it, probably.
I mean, they were gonna kill him off anyway if you kind of think about it. Like
Yeah.
it was like,
But then
oh,
what then Disney would be like, ah, now we got Doctor or now we got Tom Cruise. We could sign him to do 5 more movies. Like
hmm
Disney won't just let a big star like Tom Cruise just slip through their fingers without them getting caught.
hmm
I just want to mention this story and then we'll wrap this up. But so during the whole movie, any nerdy reference whatsoever. So like at one point they mention, "Oh, I'm part of the Baxter Project," which is a Fantastic Four reference, and "Oh, this is Earth 616," and like any nerdy reference whatsoever. The guy next to me with like his girl or whatever, and any time they made a reference, he would grab the arms of his chair and go, "Ooh, ooh, ooh, I know what that is.
oh,
Ooh." I was just like, guy, it's not all that. Like audibly, he would go, like, oh, I know what that. I'm so cool. I'm the only one who knows what that is. I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, I know what that is. I'm chilling. I'm like, if anything, I'm just going like, nice. But this man was like having like 5 strokes. Like, even with America Chavez, he was like, huh. I'm like, you don't over American Chavez. She was in the fucking trailer. Like,
bro, she's a fucking teenager. FBI.
especially during the Professor X thing. Like, there were a couple gasps here and there, but he literally went, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "He's in the trailer, you fucking
Okay,
idiot!"
that's fucking annoying. That's fucking annoying.
Like, I know what that like. Shut your mouth.
So actually, I want to touch upon that a little bit because I'm now curious
Mhm,
because with Reed Richards
mhm.
when Wanda was saying like, do you have a kid or so, or do you have like a wife? He was like, yeah, I got a wife and I got a kid. So I'm like, is that a hint to Franklin Richards?
Yes,
Like
I think that's a
that
hit to Franklin Richards.
like that OP ass nigga, like the
I
fuck.
don't think they can't start
I
out with
know,
that
right? Like
because
they can't.
the motherfucker can like kill Galactus with like a look. Like, and we haven't
Yeah,
even introduced
exactly.
Galactus. So I think in that universe, sure, maybe there's a Franklin Richards, but
Like
like,
they could probably do like some fucking minis if they wanted to, but at the same time they're like, yo, keep him in that universe because
yeah.
that nigga fucking OP.
Because then, like every single Marvel movie now, instead of like where are the rest of the Avengers, it's like where's Franklin Richards? You can literally see everything. He's literally like a god. Where is he in this scenario?
Exactly, literally. Like
Why isn't he helping Ant Man?
W- well, I was gonna say why isn't he helping Morbius, but Morbius doesn't really need help because
True.
he's
Morbius
fucking
would be like, "What's up, Franklin?" Dabs him up, and then Franklin just goes, "Oh, my hand, Morbius, take all my power." And then he's like, "Yes," and then he sucks all the plasma out of him or whatever the fuck. He's like, "I
okay,
am the most powerful."
and we are done here.
No, okay, no. Morbius sucks plasma. He doesn't suck blood. He sucks plasma. Literally, that's his
are you
power. I
are you
be
fucking with me or is that
100% serious,
actually?
10,000% serious. Or yeah, no, I believe so. Like, so he does that with his teeth or whatever, like a vampire. But and in some iterations, he's just a straight up vampire. Depends on who's writing him. But in the '90s Spider-Man show, they couldn't show him biting on someone, so he has like these weird like suckers on his hands, and he just like puts it on someone. It's like that's even more horrifying in my opinion. Like these like little like holes that just like, and I was like, that's weird.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Yeah, when is
I just found
Punisher
out,
just gonna kill everyone? I can't wait till they introduce.
when the Blue Lives Matter movement dies.
Oh yeah, true.
So never.
Yeah, now he's fighting like ninjas or yakuza now in the comics.
Yeah. Eh.
I think it's just ninjas. Yakuza would have been a cool idea actually, but it's just ninjas.
Yeah, well, we're never gonna see that live action in a while. So
I think we will. There's some like whispers about maybe he'll show up in Echo.
honestly, maybe.
Oh, Daredevil and Kingpin will return in Echo. No. Uh,
All
I
right.
feel like this current slate of MCU is just like fumbling the bag so much. Like, yeah, we got a Loki, a WandaVision here and there, and like Shang-Chi, but like, everything else just kind of,
Yeah.
yeah,
Who knows? Maybe MCU. I don't know. They got fucking money. They don't fucking give a shit about our feelings.
yeah. I mean, they're off planning the next 10 years now, so
Right, exactly. So
Marvel
they
for
don't give.
20 years. Woo.
Mm. All right. So with that being said, we're gonna stop it right
Yeah,
here.
let's wrap this puppy
Um,
up.
all right, guys. Well, we hope you guys have a good night rest, or wake up, or I don't know
Or
what
don't
time of the
wake up.
day. I don't know what time of the day you're listening this to, but rise and shine, get some rest. I don't know, beat your dick, go to sleep. I don't
Mhm.
know, do so, or beat your veg. I'm gonna cut that part out.
Be your vagina. Fucking what?
But in the meantime, though, stay away from witches.
Stay away from witches. Also, you can find me as Sinister Sheep. I don't know what I'm doing.
You can find me in the trenches. You know,
Ooh,
fucking up these commas. That's where you can find me at.
very nice.
Hmm.
All right, thanks for watching Garbage Take, guys. We'll see you in the
All
next
right.
one.
Bye.